Hello, welcome to Dungerolo's podcast. I'm your host Justin, back with another comic book review. Today I'm reviewing Earth 2 Volume 3 Battle Cry, which is part of the DC Universe New 52 lineup. This graphic novel came out in 2014 and collects issues of Earth 2 13 through 16, 15.1, and Earth 2 Annual number 1. This goes for 23 US, 27 Canadian. I paid $5 at the dollar store. I think I did. I don't see the dollar store sticker, but I'm pretty sure I did. Right, and it's written by James Robinson, but Paul Levitz wrote the annual. And you have art by Nicola Scott, Yildray Cinar, Cafu and Julius Gopez. And you have covers by Andy Kubert and Brad Anderson. Right? And somebody called Juan Doe. Right? Sorry. I'm not feeling great. Oh my god. Yeah. So, I enjoyed this book actually. Which, by the way, I'm sorry about the poll, but you know, somebody thought. All I asked was, hey, can we get like somebody to can we get a tiebreaker? And then like a day later, someone tied up the poll again. So I'm like, screw it. I'll pick whatever book I want to review next. So I thought, oh, we'll pick what was probably the crappiest one of the three books, and I actually enjoyed it because even though at first I hated Earth 2 because of the old the saying, retro always good. What was considered crap back then is now good by today's standards. Because most comic books today are crap. And then there's the fact that if you're a Snyderverse fan, the Earth 2 series by James Robinson is the closest, like the closest we'll ever get to the apocalypse nightmare world from that Zack Snyder was planning for the DCU that got fucking tanked because of bullshit, right? So yeah, the story of this book is that, well, for people who don't know, 5 years ago, in this alternate Earth, Steppenwolf and an army from Apocalypse invaded Earth, but three superheroes, which were called Wonders, saved the world but died. Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, and Supergirl and Robin, which is like, you know, Batman's daughter apparently. Since then, there have been new Wonders like Green Lantern, Doctor Fate, and the Flash, Hawkgirl, who are like outlaws because, you know, being Wonder is illegal, right? And you have the World Army, who has Wonders like Captain Atom, Captain Steel, which was introduced in this graphic novel, and Sandman. Well, the Sandman is more like a squad, and there's also Red Tornado, who's a female android, and you have Red Arrow, right? So yeah, what happened in the last issues that Steppenwolf came out in hiding and declared himself the leader of a rogue nation, right? And the World Army is raring up to invade his country and take Steppenwolf down, right? So yeah, we got like several like B plots going on where you have like there's a new Batman in town who's wearing a new costume and does not give the no cool rule. Fuck it. Which I love Batman, where he's like, fuck the no cool rule. We're at fucking war. No kill rule is fucking God. So like you see him fight like a Spanish Mr. Freeze, and he just kills him. He just throws him No, he like blows his. He shoots him like with a gun, right? Some kind of laser gun. There's also a thing where like you get like Captain Adams like or kind of origin story again, but not really, and he goes on a secret mission. We also get introduced to this world's Captain what was his name? Captain Steel, right? Who is Filipino but still has, it's still called like Nathan Haywood or whatever, right? So that, whatever. Who gets sent on a secret mission by the guy who runs the World Army. I forget his name. Amar, right? And he's sent to investigate the fire pits, right? While that's also going on, the there's we get introduced to, and they might have been in the last volume. I don't remember. We get introduced to this world's Big Barda and Mr. Miracle, who's looking for Batman, right? And end up getting attacked in Gotham, the ruins of a Gotham, right? Where they get attacked by the evil Wonder Woman, who is supposed to be like Wonder Woman's bastard daughter or something. I can't remember, right? It's like Steppenwolf like adopted her or something, right? And made her evil. Yeah, so there's like several B plots. You have like Hawkgirl is investigating the murder of Green Lantern's boyfriend, Sam Zhao or whatever. I forget his name actually. Sam something, right? And we get to see a really cool battle at the end of the book where our heroes, Green Lantern, Dr. Fate, and the Flash, decide to go ahead of the World Army invasion to take down Steppenwolf, only to get their asses kicked by Steppenwolf's henchmen, right? Which they very much remind me of the four horsemen of Apocalypse, but there's only three of them, right? And one of them gets revealed to be a superhero, an evil version of a superhero. I'm not going to spoil who, right? Yeah, by the way, it's kind of bullshit on the annual cover. The annual cover, we get like a cover of like, Huntress and Power Girl, which I was told by, I think it was McBride or Hyper Kaiju, I can't remember who. It told me that, yeah, the series gets actually good when they show up. So, I was excited only for, no, they're not there. They're just on the cover. They're not in the book. Oh, it was McBride. Yeah, that told me that. Okay, thanks, buddy. Yeah. So, but yeah, the annual one book issue was okay. It was just like they just introduced like Desaad, right? Who's a Apocalypse villain, right? Yeah. So I'll just go into my likes and dislikes of the book. I like the story, obviously. The story is great. It's pretty much an ongoing event. Right? It's like an ongoing crossover event that just keeps going, which I wish DC would do more of. That's like have series that's not just like, that feels like it has the gravity of like, a massive crossover event where the world's gonna end, right? So I really like the plot, right? The design, the art's good, right? The designs are good, right? The dialogue is hit or miss, just like in the other books, right? And obviously they were going for the book is a little like whatever. But like, well, you know what I mean, woke. But it's been like that since day one. For me to keep complaining about it, it's like, what the fuck? Who cares? at this point. You know, I don't even look at like these guys as like the same like Green Lantern or this isn't the JSA. This is its own fucking thing, right? That just happens to have things. And like I said, I really enjoyed this series now because, especially after like Zack Snyder's Justice League, where it's like, wow, this is the closest like we'll get, because like Zack Snyder said he was going to maybe continue the Snyderverse, Nightmare, Vision, or whatever in comic book form, but he never did. And this is like the closest fucking thing we have to it, right? Yeah, so I enjoyed the book, and I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It has its problems, but I think it'll. Oh, and there are fucking brutal fights in this book, right? Fucking brutal, right? And if it wasn't for the fact that I accidentally there's a brutal kill near the end of the book where if I had accidentally had skipped saw the next page before I read the previous page, I would have been fucking shocked. But yeah, it's a good book. It has its problems, but you know what? I feel like what it brings to the table kind of outweighs it. But yeah, so hopefully I get, because like James Robinson left the series after volume 4 and 5, which I don't even know how long the series continued after it. But like, hopefully I could get a copy of 4 or 5. I should have bought 5 when I saw it like last year or whatever. But it was the thing where I have this fucking thing where like, oh no, I have to buy the books in order. It's like, don't fucking do that. It takes fucking years to collect shit if you only buy shit in order, right? So dumb. So I'm gonna try to do another comic book review before X-Men month starts. So because of the rotation, it has to be a Marvel book. So we're probably gonna do a Guardians of the Galaxy book. So I hope you guys don't mind. All right, peace.